Hey everybody, it's Rich at RMAutodiag, and today we're having a look at a Focus, and it's got a misfire. We've got it plugged in at 4scan. We're going to have a go. Okay, just a quick one before we get too carried away. I'd just like to say thank you to any of the new subscribers. Haven't said it for a while. Thanks for watching along. If you're not a subscriber, then click on the bell for notifications down below and do all that good stuff. But right, let's get on with it. Okay, so we've got it plugged in. I've got a misfire. I'm assuming it's not anything to do with the coil or the plugs or the leads because it all looks new. We don't have any sort of diagnostic trouble codes to go off. We just got the P1000, which usually means that someone's cleared all the codes. So we're going to go under the bonnet and see what we can find. Okay, I don't know if you can hear it or it picks up on camera, but we're definitely sort of vibrating here. Not a happy car. Maybe we'll have a quick look at the spark pattern and see what that's doing. Okay, so I got the Pico set up and we're just over the plug lead there, and as you can see we do have a spark here. Not the highest spark line in the world. Definitely a bit of cylinder turbulence going on there, but not the worst thing I've seen in the world. I'd say the spark line on the peaks seems to be higher on the other cylinders, but nothing too drastically out. So there is showing signs of running quite lean at the end there sometimes as well. But let's move on to the next thing and see what we can find. Right, okay, so we're going to go for a relative compression test. We've got the 600 amp clamp on. I've got a long time on the screen recording. We can go across that in a second. And we'll just give it a crank. I don't know if you can hear that, but it does sound a bit offbeat. And we'll pause that. Come back a bit and we can zoom in here to a few different revolutions, and you can see this quite obvious dip here. We've got 1, 2, 3, nothing, then 1, 2, 3, nothing. So we've got a low compression on one of the cylinders there. So we'll have a look and see where that's coming from. Maybe we'll go in the inlet manifold with a pressure pulse sensor and see what that's doing. Right, okay, so we've gone for a bit of a different tact on this now. I've got it running. We've gone in cylinder rather than using a pressure pulse sensor, just because we've done that before. I'll chuck a card up somewhere for the Range Rover I did the other day. So we're in cylinder on cylinder number 1. If I just pause it and then we can run back through a bit. So I don't like the look of that initially. We've got leaning towers here. I've got uneven pockets on the bottom here. These should be the same as well. So I mean there's a few flags going there straight away for certainly compression loss. We'd have to chuck it up on a compression graph to see exactly when these valve timings are. Yeah, that's just a quick one. I'll chuck it in another cylinder quickly and we'll just do a comparison. But again, we've got about, what's that, 50 or 60 psi maximum, which is definitely no good. I'll chuck it in another cylinder and we'll have a look at a different cylinder as well. Okay, so this one is in another cylinder, cylinder number 2. Cylinder number 1 was the one that we got the issue on. As you can see, our peaks have gone up quite high. I kept it on the same scaling so it'd keep everything, you know, relevant. I say these peaks look a lot straighter. They're not leaning over to one side. As I said, with the pockets down here as well, they're both quite even across the bottom, and I think I'm a lot happier with how that one looks. So there's obviously something going on in that number 1 cylinder. It doesn't really matter because this car is going to scrap, so I just thought I'd plug it in and have a quick look. But yeah, we can see there's definitely a compression loss there, and not quite sure exactly where it would be going or coming from. I'd have to have a sit down and a better look at these patterns. But yeah, I thought that'd just be interesting to have a quick look at some in-cylinder stuff using the snap-on. Sadly, I don't have a WPS for the Pico, and it is on the wish list. But yeah, hope you found this interesting, and come back for the next one.